The gold want high plat tips. Like the only problem is with you guys asking me tips. How do I help you guys?
Yo, GMD.
When myself, all I did was play the game to get better. I didn't do anything other than play the game, and I still do that every day. I just play the game for multiple hours a day. But you need to play the game the right way. I mean, but for me, I didn't play the game the right way either. I played it the wrong way. I just did it in my own way that I felt comfortable doing, and I just got better at it over and over again, and then I just became very good at the game. Like, all I did was get better in my own style of doing things, and then I picked up on other things when I got higher rank and played with better players, and that's basically what I've done my entire career.
There is a high likelihood that you worry too much about what you need to do and don't focus on the fundamentals of the game. Let me explain. The reason why Oxy is one of the best duelists in the world is because he doesn't overthink when playing. Obviously that's easy for me to say, so I'm going to explain why I used to overthink and why you may be doing the exact same thing. I'm an Immortal player aspiring to be Radiant soon, and the biggest reason why I made it to Immortal in the first place is because I learned about two very important things that you probably haven't heard of yet. And those things can get you to Immortal and above if you actually stick to them. Let's start off by talking about why you overthink. The Valorant community and the educational videos on Valorant have taught the majority of people who try to improve, including you, that you need to take the game seriously and that you need to review your gameplay, you need to analyze your mistakes, you need to watch pros and simulate what they do, you need to make sure you tap or burst, and avoid spraying at distance, and the list goes on and on and on. And this is exactly why you overthink. You watch these videos thinking everyone who is in high elo actually does these things when almost nobody really does. You need to stop caring about everything you've been listening to and focus on nothing but winning gunfights, because that is the highest impact you can have in ranked. The best of your games will always be games where you feel like you're in the flow state. And that's because when you're in the flow state, you don't really think about everything you do. You play instinctively and you play much better because you let go of all of these thoughts. Just watch this clip and pay attention to what Oxy is doing. Now I know Oxy is probably much better than you at the game, but did you actually think anything went through his head when he was hitting those shots? He didn't think of anything, he just focused on the target. And that proves my point that the moment you start focusing on the fundamentals, you can play much better. Secondly, and this part is split into two causes for inconsistency, which you very likely aren't by the way. When you play Valorant and you do well in one match and do horrible in the next match, it is probably not because of you, even though that may sound ridiculous. There are a lot of different kind of players on your teams and on the enemy teams across all of your matches. This might cause players on the enemy team to play completely differently into you in a way that you are not used to. Even having weirder movement that will throw off one of your bullets might cause you to perform much worse. And on your team, you might have people playing too passively, making it hard to play on attack, which can also cause you to perform worse. The reality is that you are probably not inconsistent, you just need to be able to adapt to what your teammates or the enemies do. For example, if you see the enemy jet dashing in on the same spot every round while you're on defense, you can play an off angle next round to catch them off guard and make it a 5v4. This is one of the reasons why you may feel like you're inconsistent, but if you actually feel like your aim is inconsistent, it might be because of another very easy fix. You need to at least have the discipline to warm up before playing Valorant, and listen, I know you've heard this one before, but you cannot claim you're actually inconsistent if you don't warm up properly. If you ask me, nothing will ever beat aim labs or Kovacs when it comes to warming up very well, as it truly targets raw aim and it works like a charm for me. But if you really don't want to play aim labs or Kovacs, at least take your time to play deathmatches, TDMs, bots in the range, really anything that targets your fighting and not your decision making. Oxy is a prime example on not overthinking, as he just plays the game and improves, and just like he did, you need to give it time. Oxy probably has thousands of hours more than you, and all he really did was play, and now look at where he's at. I truly believe anyone can reach high elo, as it's much easier than many people think. It's just that your mechanics are affected because of your overthinking, and that is kinda sad to see. To sum it up, firstly, don't overthink, play instinctively and don't think about every little detail. Secondly, you are either inconsistent because you lack the ability to adapt, or because you don't warm up properly, or because of both. These things helped me to get out of Ascendant Hell and finally reach Immortal, and I hope they can help you the same way they helped me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.